What's going on, guys? So this picture has been causing people some confusion. Some people are talking about it on Twitter. They think it's wrong. It is wrong. Not too wrong, but it is out of whack. People are having a hard time figuring out what's wrong with this picture. It's bothering them. So I decided, you know what? Let me take a stab at figuring out what's wrong with this picture. So to do that, I brought it into my office, working clip studio space here, bump down the opacity, and try to figure out what exactly is wrong with this picture. And I believe it's perspective, and angle. So what I did here was I followed the shoulder line and kind of made a horizon line. I think the horizon line's about there, and I followed the shoulders to kind of figure out exactly what's going on, where this stuff should be, and it's a little off tilt. It should be a little more severe given the shoulder line, and also unfortunately, let me draw on the head here. The head is squat. It's been cut off. She has no like upper head, so that's causing a lot of the confusion. So I had to make the hair a little higher. Um, Following the shoulder lines, and everything works pretty well here. The arms actually look wonky, but they're not. They're actually correct for her head size. So what I'm doing here is seeing exactly what's going on. She's 9 heads tall. That's way too tall, even for a superhero proportion. That's like even the extreme proportion for a man. So, so I started working this stuff out, and what I did was I'm deciding to make her 8 heads tall. I mean, a normal woman is 6.5 heads tall, so 8 heads tall is a heroic stature for a woman. So I'm giving her 8 heads here, and the second line, the first line is the head, the second line should be the nipple line, and because the angle is a little bit off, I had to switch that up some. So I'm like, I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do yet. So I just kind of erase everything and just kind of, I wanted to do like a skeleton sketch of what it should be if it was, correct. And right here, I mean, there's rules, there's basic rules. For instance, the fourth line down should be the wrist line, the widest part of the hips, and also the line at the bottom of the crotch. So that's where I put that, and you know, saw the legs. The legs have to be brought down some. I had to make up for the head height there. So put a bigger Superman symbol or Superwoman symbol, and so there you go. That's the correct proportion for a female. So what I tried to do after that, I tried to kind of make her a little bit thinner because I think they want her to be a little thinner in these images. I'm not sure, but so what I did, I said, okay, how am I going to make this look correct? So what I did was I started cutting out her image there. I'm cutting out her image because I'm going to attempt to morph and change what they have on this page without making it look too without completely redrawing the thing, because an artist is an artist. Their style is their style. This is this person's style, so you don't want to change that. So I cut her out, and I start to attempt to morph her head a little bit, and it doesn't really work because she has no top of her head. So what I end up having to do, yeah, this is me trying to stretch the head right here. It doesn't really work because the eyes end up going really alien and tall. So what I do is I just kind of draw over what's there. I put my skeleton figure on there, my base form that I made, and I just kind of start drawing using the colors on her to kind of draw in what should be there. So I make her head higher, or her hair anyway, to cover up that top part of her head, and then I take away this area here because it's not right. We need to lower the breast a little bit because again she's 8 heads tall now instead of 9. Expose a little bit of the stomach. Now right here the elbows line up right around the belly button on the average, and I do stress average, female proportion. I take out that large crotch line they had on her and just give her a slight one, and make the feet a little longer just to match the proportion. So there you go. That's the this I put back her super woman symbol. But this is how it would look with correct proportions for a female. And I think it looks pretty good. But again, that's really a matter of opinion because to me, this image, even though this is correct and it looks a little more natural, standing there, it doesn't have that flair. And again, it would probably look better if her legs were a little bit further apart. Nobody really stands at attention like that. But again, these are super heroic people. These are from Krypton. They're aliens. They land from flying and they have both of their feet like that. I don't know. It's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing they do. I'm not sure, but but I don't know. What do you think? The other image was very tall, very slender. It was a little off. The angles were a little off. The body portions were a little off, but it looked okay. It looked okay for what it was. Um, I don't know which one. I don't know which one I like. I like them both. But tell me what you think. See you guys later.